Okay, so I want to try something a little different for this video. I want to rebuild our website or redesign our website live here on video. By live, I mean I just don't want to cut out any parts of this video. Unless it's boring waiting time, then maybe I'll cut it out, but we'll see how it goes lah. So if you haven't seen my stuff before, hi, my name is Jay. I run a web studio here in Singapore. I've built and studied hundreds of different websites and landing pages in the last 3 years. And hopefully videos like this or videos that I make would help you look at your website a bit differently and see what are the easy tweaks and changes you can make to your site right now to help you stand out, to help you make you look like the obvious market leader in your space. So let's just jump right into this. So I have this freight forwarding company here in Singapore called AGF Freight, and I'm not sure if this would entice you to stay for the end until the end of this video, but maybe I'll just flash an overlay of what the redesign looks like. So what it looks like now and what the redesign look like. So I'm just going to be focusing on the homepage hero right now, but lucky for me, this site is pretty short, which is something that I'll probably change. But for this timeline for this video, I don't want to exceed 30 minutes. So I'll try to keep it within a 20-30 minute range. And I'll focus just on the hero right now. But what it looks like right now is a banner and a few text and images here. So I'll take it as this whole thing is the hero and try to redesign this. So I haven't seen this site. Oh no, I have seen this site, but I didn't put too much thought into this. The only preparation I did was getting AI to put it into my Figma file and so that I can annotate better. But this is how the live site looks like right now. And this is the homepage, and there are quite a few other pages here that are pretty fast loading, pretty short as well. But yeah, let's just focus on the home hero right now. So here's the Figma file. Luckily, AI is good enough to be able to completely replicate this into my Figma file, both the desktop version and the mobile version. And let's just tackle the desktop versions first. So a few things that I would notice first is the colors and the whole brand look. So they have a pretty nice logo. I would say a decent logo with a few distinct brand colors, which mainly is the blue and the red. So I'll take note of that. Maybe I can extract the colors first. Right here. I'll just take the eyedropper, extract the colors. And red here, okay. So we have these two pretty nice red, and I could see why they chose this color. The blue for the trustworthy kind of feel, and that air, like because freight, you're traveling. So it's either the air or the sea, which is blue. And then the red for some urgency, for some, to show people that they can transport fast. You get what I mean? So I can see the colors. I think they are pretty decent colors. And in general, they look pretty old. So this site looks pretty dated. So a few signs that it looks pretty dated is the banner. So having a banner like this and the image quality isn't very amazing, but we can work with that probably. Let me see if we got the image out here. Actually didn't check. Okay, we got the exact image out. Okay, that's okay. So we got the image. So for now, we will just have to work with the image that we have, because I only have 20-30 minutes if I have to wait for AI. Maybe I can try that in something else. Okay, maybe I could try that. Wait, let me think. I have 20-30 minutes. Maybe I could try this out. But we'll see how it goes. If the image really doesn't fit with, or if I can't find something that fits the image here, then I'll try to use AI to create something. Yeah, the whole carousel thing on the live side is a carousel. That's why there's the arrows. For me right now, I don't want to have carousels because I just think it's an additional friction. And another thing is there isn't a CTA, and the contrast of the text just isn't very good. As well as the copywriting isn't very good. So you want to have the standard copywriting, which is what you do, why should people trust you, what's the next action you want people to take. And for the videos and images, you want to enhance the whole experience, right? You want to tell people what you're doing, and images and videos really helps on that part. So the 4 things here. So the headline, the sub-headline, the call to action, and the image or video. So this is something that we can work on. The text doesn't really tell you very effectively what you are about, because people aren't going to read this, right? Most of the time people are not going to read this, and it doesn't help that the contrast isn't very good. And the headline doesn't tell you much as well. So most of the time people will just read the headline. And if it's just going to be your brand name, it's not going to be very helpful because they can see from the logo here already. And the thing is, the logo looks a bit big. So that's something we can fix. And we can add a bit more call to actions in the navbar as well. Let's see. Okay, let me pull out the screen first. Let's just duplicate this right below here. And let's just change this to home, redesign here. So yeah, for me, one of the key things is naming, like naming the layers is going to be really important, especially when I hand over the file to my client's team. If the layers are named, it's just going to make it a lot tougher. So lucky enough, AI helps to name it. So that's great. And let's start off with clean slate. Okay, let me just delete everything. I'll remove the auto layout as well. So let's start with the hero here. So I'll take out the image. Let's take out the image here. Oh, okay, this might be a bit tough because okay, so the standard viewport, right? Okay, I'll put it as like this. Okay, this might be a bit tough because the lighting isn't very amazing here, but let's see. We can probably, let's see if I add a few darkness here, maybe if that will help. So I think the image is great in terms of the colors because it showcases the blue kind of elements and the red kind of elements, which suits the brand a little bit. So I think we can be able to keep that. Let me try to think of a better copy right off the get-go here. So the typography they use here is Source Sans Pro. I don't think it's that bad. We can probably remove the letter spacing here. Let's just go by percentages. Reduce this. Makes it look tighter. So when you make it look tighter, it makes it easier to read, especially for headlines. So that's why I make it tighter. And let's see. Let's just change this to white. So I don't want there to be too many colors. So yeah, obviously you don't want to use your accent colors on the text because one thing, it makes it harder to read and it's just too overwhelming in terms of the colors. So that's why I'm probably gonna change this to white, or let's see what's the color here on the homepage. It's white as well. Okay, let's change this to, let's think, yeah. Asia Freight is Taiwan Vision, one of the leading international freight forwarders around the world. We offer a wide range of services, including but not limiting to air and ocean consolidation. I'm not sure what this means. FCL, LCL. I'm not sure what that means. Trucking, custom brokerage. Okay. Customers' needs. So, want it to be fast. Want it to be global. Okay. Let's try global. What's the outcome of companies using them? So, this is mainly for businesses, right? This is B2B service. It'll mainly be businesses coming in to see how they can transport their goods. So, think fast, no. Transport your goods. Okay, you know what? I think it's better that I look at competitors. So let's see some of the competitors. What's it called? Freight forwarding. Singapore. Okay. Let's see what they have here. Freight forwarding with a personal touch. Okay. I think that's not very good as well. Yeah, I think we can go for something simple here. So we can do move your products, or let's say reach your end users. I don't really like use dashes. Reach your, okay, maybe we can just do freight. I'm not sure if people will understand freight forwarding. Let's see what the competitors doing in terms of the copy. Freight forwarding. Okay, let's just do freight forwarding. Okay, freight forwarding for freight forwarding for the businesses. So I guess this is one of the most straightforward kind of copywriting format that I use is service for target audience. But the thing is, I don't I don't fully know who are they targeting because it's pretty vague. They are kind of like a generalist. They provide one-stop solutions for all your logistic needs. Okay. Stop solution provider that you can trust. Let's just do freight forwarding for global brands. For global brands, I guess, yeah. For global brands. Yeah, let's just do something like that. Okay, the image is kind of killing me. Like, it's not very helpful in terms of the image because can't see the. What if I just bump this up? No, not going great. Okay, I think it's been like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's been 10 minutes. Okay, this is not going great, okay? Let's see, okay, you know what? Let's see if there's any stock images that I could use. Not the best, but I think this is the fastest solution for now. I would typically use AI, but let's see if there's any stock images that would be good to use. I know this is pretty unconventional, but for the sake of a fast one, let's do some plain, I guess. Now, honestly, all of this does look better than the current one, not gonna lie. Something like this. Let's see if that works. Yeah, honestly, this looks a lot more quality. Like, do you notice it? I'm not sure if you notice it, but like you get where I'm coming from. Like the quality really changes everything. Like even though the image is pretty standard, like it's pretty basic, but because of the quality difference, it's just like a huge change. So okay, maybe we can try something a little different here. So we can put it below. Can do something like this. Okay, the line height is killing me. Let's change it to 100%, I guess. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, let's do something like this. So that's easy to see. We give it like a gradient maybe, so that it's not covering the entire image. Oh, okay. Let's do 0 here, and we do maybe 30%. Okay, maybe 40%. I can't really see. Okay, this is good. And then for the subheadline, we can move it down to, let's say, 20 pixels. Okay, let me change it to. Okay, and then we can change this to regular. Then we can just go with a standard kind of copy. Let's see. Freight forwarding for global brands. We help a leading international freight. I don't want to say freight forwarding again because we already have it here. Okay, move your goods, or let's try circulate. No, let's move your goods globally. Move your goods globally. Move your goods. Move your products from. Move your products across the world in hours instead of days. Yeah, let's go for something like that, okay? You can afford to go a bit longer here, but because the center line is very hard to read, so honestly, I'll keep it short and simple, short and sweet. So let's go with something like this for now. I'll make sure I line out. I'll make sure the spacing is consistent so that it doesn't look off and it doesn't look very off-putting. I'm not sure how to say it, but when you look at something and it's inconsistent, your eyes sort of jump everywhere and it's hard for people to read. If the call to action is just contact us, I'll probably change it to book your first. No. Arrange. Book your shipping. Well, or like, yeah, book a time maybe. Yeah, let's just go with book a time. Okay, I'm running out of time. Okay, I'm not done this before, so this is pretty intense. I never thought it would be this intense, but okay, let's do 48. Okay, I don't want it to be this big. Let's change it to 18 pixels again. And let's keep it as 20. Okay, forget it. So let's 20, I guess. Okay, they kind of like that. Okay, let's give maybe the blue. Okay, let's just give it the blue color. Okay, brand looks a bit stale. Sorry, it looks a bit dull, like this. But okay, I think it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna break a bit of the branding here because it looks a bit off. I'm gonna move to make it more saturated so that it looks like it pops a bit more. And yeah, hopefully, yeah, this is the kind of things I would suggest, and hopefully clients are receptive to this. If not, then it might be a bit tough to get something to actually work. So yeah, for the sub headline, I like to play with the hierarchy a little bit. So I'll lower the opacity a little bit. Okay, this is a bit too much. I can't really see. So let's do 84% opacity. Okay. So, okay, I think this is good. So they'll see the image first, and then they'll move to the words here. Okay. And then for the nav bar. For nav bar, okay, let's bring in the, let's bring in the, oh shit, it's not, okay, let's see if I can remove the background with Figma AI. Oh, nice, okay. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. I honestly, with a background like this, I'll change this to white. So let's see if I can change it to white here. Is there a way to change? Okay, let's see. Okay, change the logo to white. Let's see if that works. Okay, edit. Okay, there's a bit of a background now. Let's remove the background again. But honestly, this is not bad. Okay, nice. Okay, wow, AI is crazy. Yeah, so we managed to got the white logo. So honestly, I'll use a white logo because when there's too many, like the image has a lot of colors already. So adding more colors on top of it with your logo just makes it a lot more jarring, and people can't focus. People just don't know what to focus on. So, oh, I forgot to add a grid. So let's just add a simple grid so that there's consistency here. Let's do 40. Yeah, 40, and then, oh, I have this stupid thing. Okay. I don't think you saw that, but that's the toggle for Screen Studio. So yeah, I just move something that you guys can see. But okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do something like that. And then for the nav links, let's bring them in. And let's use this instead. Oh shit, okay. Okay, so now there's a bit of struggle here because it's really hard to see from here, right? So let's see what we can do. Okay, I'll change this back to 100, and I'll change this to, let's say, 16 pixels. And then it's content. So we don't need home. We don't need the home nav link because it's pretty standard. People are familiar at reaching back to the home page by clicking on the logo. So we don't need the home button. But let's just have everything else. So let's just put it as company. And then services. And what else? Network. Okay, we can probably do something about that. So, but let's just, for the sake of time here, let's just do network. And then tracking. Or track your, let's just do tracking. Okay, let's just do tracking. And then we have another CTA here. Yeah, like this. Let's just change this to 16 pixels. Then we gotta adjust all of this stuff. 40. Okay. Let's change to, yeah, book a time too. I guess we could stick to the same. Book the time. If you have a login photo, they might have a login photo, I'm not sure. But yeah, we can change the color, honestly. We can change it to white, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just change it to like an off-white color, and then this we can change it to black. So that it looks different, I guess, yeah. So that people can tell this is a secondary button. Okay, let's make this a bit bolder. I realize we can afford to do that. Yeah, let's make it bolder so that it pops more. And okay, so this might be a challenge here. Okay, let's put them all together, and 20. Yeah, let's just do 24 maybe. Okay. And bring up back this one. Auto layout this 40. And let's do 20. Okay, so come here. Okay. So right now the logo still looks a bit big, so let's move that down a bit smaller. Okay. And 24. Yeah, so this is a bit tough to see here. That's then the main problem now. This spacing here. Okay. What can I do? Okay. Okay, I'm at 22 minutes now. Okay, let me think of what I can do here. We could add like a background here. And then we just play the opacity here. Make it black. Sorry, make it like black. And then, yeah, we can play the opacity like that so that it's, let's see. Yeah. Can probably make this a bit smaller. Make it a bit smaller here so that it's not too jarring. 36 pixels maybe. Okay, that's good. Okay. Okay, you can probably make it 40, sorry. Make it 40. Like it's the same as the button here. And then we add like a background blur. Okay. And change it to let's say 40. Okay. Okay. Not really the best, but something we can work with right now. Yeah. Maybe I can change it to 36. So it's not so. Okay, the color is killing me. Why is it so off-putting? Okay. And this one you can change 36 as well. And okay. Okay. Less time, I guess. I mean, I left out quite a few bits here. So yeah, this will definitely go into another section. But this is the redesign kind of hero now. We just adjust the spacing a little bit. Yeah. Stick it to 64. And yeah, okay. For the mobile, okay, if I stretch too far, like if I hit over the time limit, I'll cut this part out. But or I'll cut the process out and just show you the end screen. But I wanna spend some time on the mobile as well because it's pretty important that we nail the mobile because people are gonna be on their mobile a lot, on mobile quite a lot. But depending on market, by the way, depending on your audience, because businesses, when you're looking for different kind of services, sometimes they'll just use their laptop because when they're at work, they have their laptop. So they'll just search on their laptop. So it really depends on your audience here. But for the sake of not being very sure about what's the market here, I'll just do the mobile version as well, just in case. So it'll be 390. Okay. And let's just compress it all the way in here and bring it all the way in as well. Okay. So for the grid, I'll change the grid to 3 and then change the margin to 14. And yeah, okay. And this one I can change to 16 probably, and then some change 20. And maybe not so small, that's a bit too small. And we can delete the nav here, and then we can just pretty clean kind of 24 maybe. So just name it this line. Let's create another one here. Let's let's make it 18 or 4 and put this in here. Yeah, we can do something like that. Just a clean, easy, simple one. And yeah, I think the logo is fine. And this one, move this here. Oops. Okay, and then we can probably just make it align up here. And change this to 20. 20. The size definitely you can reduce that to maybe 41. A bit small. Let's do 46. Okay, let's do 46. So you can change to 18. And then this one also can change to 18. And the size, just adjust the size a little. 40. And then change to 16. Yeah, okay. Let's just do something like that for now. Yeah, okay. So that's for the mobile. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. That's it. Okay, wow, that was super intense, okay? Hopefully this gives you a good idea on what are things to focus on and what are things to remove, what are things to change. And so this is the after. This is the before. And I'm very sure this will stand out a lot better. Definitely the image would help to have something a little bit more custom, but make sure the quality is there. So if you can already tell, like, even if it's basic, the quality makes, like, I would take this even though this is a stock image, because this just gives people the idea that you're old, you don't really care about how you look, you don't, yeah, if people feel like you don't care about how you look, they will think you don't care about how their experience will be. And this is the general look on most of the freight forwarding sites right now. So if you have something like this, that's quality, that's clear, that's easy to read, easy to understand, it will set you miles away from your competition. So yeah, that's for this part. And hopefully this helps you understand. I'm repeating myself, but yeah, hopefully I didn't miss anything out. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And yeah,